In this video, I am going to simplify this polynomial by grouping. This is a polynomial that has 6 terms in it, so I'm going to group them in a specific way and then factor it. I could go ahead and create grouping first, create all the groups. However, I'm just going to do something slightly different. First, let's look at the entire expression and see if there is anything we could factor out from everything. As it turns out that we could factor out x square and we could factor out y square, because this is divisible by x square, y square, so is this, so is this, so is this, so is this, and so is this. If I did that, I'm going to be left with the following. It's going to be x to the power 5, y to the power 5, and then negative x to the power 4, y to the power 4, and so on and so forth. This is what I am going to have. Now what I am going to do, I am going to create groups. So this is my first group, this is my second group, and this is my third group. See, the problem is created in such a way that groups yield something meaningful. So if I have x square, y square, which I already have, now in the first group I could factor out. So let's use a different color here. So let's say this is my big parenthesis that's gonna cover everything inside this parenthesis. So now in the first group, what I could factor out, I could actually factor out x to the power 4, y to the power 4. If I do that, then I'd get xy minus 1. Look at this. X to the power 4, y to the power 4 goes into this, x to the power 4, y to the power 4 goes into this. Then in the second group, if I factor out negative 2x square y square, then I'll be left with xy minus 1. Then in the third group, which is this one, if I factor out a negative 3, I'll be left with xy minus 1. Now please note that I have 3 terms inside this big parenthesis, so xy minus 1, xy minus 1, xy minus 1 is common to all of them, so I could factor that one out. So let's go ahead and write it out. So x square, y square, and then if I factored out the xy minus 1, then I'll be left with the following: x to the power 4, y to the power 4, minus, then from this middle term is going to be 2x square y square, and from the third term or the last term I'm going to have negative 3. And that should be our final answer. And I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.